Hello, everyone. My name is Ebisambu Yontelm, and today I'm very happy to talk about teamwork. And I'll go a little bit about those main points about what we will discuss during this training. So, you need to understand that this training will be interactive, even though you are learning new principles and trying to apply in your workplace. But we also need to understand what you know about the topic and how you see teamwork. So it's something that will be very interactive. So we will have activities, we will have assessment at the end, and for those people who will be able to complete the assessment at the end, that means like they were able to observe and they were able to learn something from this training. So let's dive into it. So we will see those main points and just to help you have an overview of what this training could look like. So we talk about teamwork in many places. So what is teamwork? How do we see teamwork? So before we dive into it, I would like to show you the table content. So we'll go through from introduction to the conclusion. So within those, this time frame will be, as I said previously, be highlighting some main points and something that we really want to understand when it comes to teamwork and how it can affect our daily activities and how we can see our life change if we decide to implement those principles in our daily lives. So we need to understand that working as a team is something that is very difficult. Sometimes we talk about inclusion because people come from various places, they come from various backgrounds. So you have to work with somebody maybe you don't have a close relationship with, but the company is expecting you to work with that person to come up with the end goal. So the end goal maybe can be like to achieve the vision of the company. So this is something that you need to keep in mind. So when it comes to teamwork, you have to put lots of effort, lots of work into it because at the end of the day, there is a work that needs to be done. But there's something that also that you can learn from it. So here we read that teamwork is the ability of a group or individuals to work together toward a common goal while using different skills and perspective. So when we work on a team, people come with different brain. And sometimes we want to work to solve a particular problem. But sometimes we find ourselves very stuck. But by starting sharing ideas, we start to have that light bulb that we were missing and ideas start to flow. So that's one of the main reason why we really value teamwork and why it's very important. So the other aspect is why teamwork matters. So why is as a company you want your employees to work as a team? Can they work individually and achieve the same goal? So that's the question that you need to ask yourself too. So four of the main points, like the reason why we work in a team, four the main point that you need to understand is that it helps improve problem solving, it increases efficiency, and it can create a stronger innovation. So people coming with different idea can be a game changer. This is something that you need to keep in mind. So we also have a higher employee satisfaction. So we see the result at the end of the day. When we achieve something together, we are really happy because we say we made it together. So this is one of the reasons why teamwork really, really matters. So the next point here will be the characteristic of effective team. Sometimes we gather as a group and then we say we work in a team. Do we use our time wisely? Do you use the resources that they give us wisely? Do you allocate them wisely? So these are some of the important details that you need to pay attention to. During this training, when we discuss about this specific aspect, we will try to highlight 5 points. The first one is that as you work in a group, you need to have a goal. You just not like you have to come as a group and then not having a vision, just because if you are not focused, that's work, that's teamwork can turn into just a big discussion, and then you can just waste your time. So you need to set a clear goal from the very beginning, and you need to define each and every one role. So you need to have also an open communication that, as I said previously, it helps brainstorm ideas. So we also need to show trust and respect the idea of everyone. So these are some of the things that you need to set at the very beginning so that you can have an effective team as you begin to work with. So everybody also need to be accountable. So this is something that also you need to consider, because once those things are not set at the very beginning, they don't have any orientation. They don't know where they are going. But as a manager, you are trying to look for something. You are trying to achieve a goal at the end of the day. So you want your team to be focused, to have a good vision of the direction where they are heading to. So the other point is common teamwork challenges. So working a team is not something that is easy. People come from different backgrounds, as I said. They have a different mentality. Some people are not ready to accept feedback. Some people want the idea to be the main key point. They want the idea to be the one that will be taken. They want to impress the manager. They want to impress the company. They want to impress other co-worker. But you need to understand that there is some discipline that you need to be put into it when you talk about teamwork. Sometimes they do face challenges, and those challenges are due to poor communication, and they have like conflicting goals because they don't see the same thing, and they have like a lack of trust in each other. They don't believe that this person can achieve this goal, or maybe this person can do this thing. This is something that they need to work on too. So sometimes we have an unequal contribution. If maybe someone can think that this person have more access to speaking, to give ideas, because maybe he has a certain position, and as we say, like the group thing is a fact that somebody will just come and say it because you are working in the group. You won't give any idea. Maybe you fear that by giving the idea, you can maybe break the trust that you people have with each other, or maybe he doesn't want to get into conflict with you by sharing his idea. That's not what you want. So when you talk about teamwork, we are just coming to solve a problem. So every voices need to be heard. So this is something that is very important. So the next point is strategy to improve team. So when that issue rise up, so how can you improve our team? How can we make things better? So we need to understand that starting working in a team, everything doesn't happen like to be to be perfect at the first time. We can face challenges, but we learn from those challenges and try to make some improvement. So some of those things that you can do as a team to improve things and then to work in the same direction is to establish, as I said previously, clear goal and expectation. You need to encourage everyone to have an open communication. We don't want a groupthink. We don't want somebody to sit there and then won't be able to talk. We want to give the floor to everyone. So you need to leverage individual strengths. So you need to appreciate the comments of others. You don't have to bring everybody down. You don't have to bring the other person down. His idea also matters. So it's something that you need to take into account. So we also need to provide feedback. If somebody gives something, there is a constructive feedback that you can give to somebody so that you won't be offended and you can have this strength or maybe this desire to always give his opinion. So also we need to use collaboration tools. They have lots of tools that company offers, and we will discuss all those things during the training. But yeah, so these are some of the things that you can do to improve as a team and then to achieve your goal at the end of the day. So the role of leadership teamwork. So as I said, it is kind of like repeating himself, but these are some of the things that help make teamwork better. These are some of the things that can help you achieve a higher goal, a higher performance, being effective in your work group. So first, we need to set a clear vision. This is like the third or fourth time that we are saying this. So you need to set a clear vision from the very beginning. So you need to encourage participation. You need to help people to participate, to make their voice be heard, to share their ideas, because we are here to brainstorm ideas, to evaluate them, and then try to find the best alternative, maybe the best solution. So you need to resolve conflict effectively. So there is a way to, maybe if somebody says something that is not good, there is a way to solve it with that person, so that that person can still be involved in the work. So you also need to motivate and support the team members. Not everyone have the same skills. People can have some weaknesses, but when you come as a team, we are trying to work on that. We are trying to help each other. We are trying to help the next person maybe to go to the next level. So that's the reason why we don't want to bring anybody down. So we need to motivate, we need to support, make the person to understand that maybe next time he can do better. So when a person have this understanding of things and see that he had the support of the group, that person can improve, and that create trust, that create a good environment to thrive in. So it's something that is very important. The next slide, we will have some interactive activities from those different topics that you discuss, and we will split the group into 3. And the first group will focus on, it will be like a reflection exercise. The second one will try to evaluate how you can communicate effectively in the group, in the team. And then we will try to identify the strengths. We will talk about something called strength mapping. So it's something that will be very, very interesting as when times come when we discuss about it. So at the end of the training, you have an assessment. So if you pass, how do you call it, this assessment with 80%, yeah, you'll be awarded a certificate. That certificate of completion will highlight the fact that you're able to go through the training, you're able to understand the key points and how you can work effectively with your team and then produce a good result. That's the end goal, because we don't want to do a training and we don't want to be in a situation where nobody understands anything. But yeah, so you have an assessment to make sure that you understand every key point that you spoke about. And when you finish that, you can have a certificate. So you will also be provided with a link to give your feedback about how the training went. And if there's something that you can improve, we'll also do. We are not perfect, but as you need to understand, we are here to help you move to the next level, to achieve that teamwork, to achieve that end goal with the team spirit. So yeah, and then we will have a conclusion. So in short, so you need to understand the reason why we are doing this training is because we want to help you learn principles. We want you to learn new skills that you can include in your workforce, and then maybe in your team, in your group, so that you can be effective, and then you can be a good leader, you can be a good manager. So yeah, so I was very happy to highlight those things for you, and hope to see you soon to go deep into this training, and hopefully you'll be able to learn something from it and be able to be successful in your group or at your work, or maybe whatever you find yourself where you'll be involved in the teamwork. Thank you.